So Caleb Williams had a very, very fascinating quote when asked about, his outlook on the 2024 season, and this was his reaction when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
It's pretty awesome. I feel that there's a light at the end of that tunnel. Right now, we're working with our head down, and we're building. And so, just having that moment with myself, I do it every day. As I sit there and say, we're going to be pretty damn good. And so just got to keep working, keep going. And we're all excited. So it's really important to have that mindset, but also have the mindset of like, let's keep going. Let's keep working. Let's get after it.
So I would like to know, what are your expectations for the Bears heading into the 2024-2025 NFL season?
Pretty low.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was looking, you got their schedule. Let's pop it up.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Okay. So, game 1, Titans. I got them winning that game.
Okay.
I think they might win that game, actually. And they're going to be at home opening day. New quarterback. Some talent on offense. Although the O-line, still a question mark. Defense probably a little better. Got some good players on the defensive line there. I think they can win the first one. I think they lose against the Texans.
Okay.
I think they actually give them a win in week 3 against the Colts, because I don't think the Colts are going to be too good this year. I think Richardson never really got enough playing time under his belt before he got hurt. He's really still just a rookie. So I think they're going to be a challenging year for them. They're going to lose the Rams. The Rams are an up-and-coming team. I got them winning against the Panthers, because the Panthers are horrendous last year. It's going to take them several more years to start to be competitive. So I think the Bears could win against them.
Week 6 is a neutral field, but they play in London.
Okay, well, I still think they're going to win. It makes it even more compelling to me that the Bears will beat them. Against the Jaguars, I think they'll lose. Then they got a bye week to rest up. I think they can win against the Commanders, too, even though they're playing on the road there. The Commanders going with a rookie quarterback and really had traded away their 2 best defensive players. I think it's going to be a long year for them. I think they lose against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to be better with
Didn't
quarterback
the Bears lose
situation.
against the Cardinals?
Yeah, I do. I think they're going to be at the Cardinals. I think they'll lose against them. I think they'll win against the Patriots. Then I think they lose every game the rest of the season. They're going to lose to Green Bay. They're going to lose to Minnesota. They're going to lose to the Lions. They're going to lose to San Francisco. They're going to lose to Minnesota again. They're going to lose to the Lions again. They're going to lose to Seattle, and they're going to lose to Green Bay to end the season. So I got them at 5-12.
5-12.
Yep.
That is rough. I'm actually very hopeful about this Bears team.
Oh yeah, let's see what you got.
Well, we discussed Caleb Williams and some of the questionable things he said, reportedly wanting a stake in his team, whatever team drafts him. There were inklings about him not wanting to play for Chicago. That turned out obviously to be false. And then now we also have a lot of overhyping going on. Some people, Nick Wright of FS1, First Things First, says they might make the Super Bowl.
What?
Might make the Super Bowl.
Get out of here.
I think it's a little bit far-fetched to say
They're
Caleb
never
Williams.
going to make the Super Bowl.
However, I will say there is one thing that is true. They are going to be pretty damn good. Because the amount of offensive weapons that they have is very, very impressive. Caleb Williams already, generational talent. People say he looks a lot like Patrick Mahomes and plays like Mahomes. DeAndre Swift, not a bad running back with a proper offensive line.
There's the question mark.
Do the Bears have a proper offensive line? Maybe. They do have 2 nice, promising young tackles in Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright, but the entirety of the offensive line may have a little bit of an issue. Keenan Allen, old, sometimes banged up receiver, but still could go out and get you 130 receptions and be happy about it. DJ Moore, promising wide receiver too, and he saw last year 1,000-yard receiver. He could be a promising one if need be. Rome Odunze, people are saying they were sort of, he's definitely the 3rd best wide receiver in this draft. Malik Neighbors, people are debating whether or not he should pass Marvin Harrison Jr. for the number 1 wide receiver spot. Obviously not to be true. And then Cole Kmet, a very underrated, or sometimes, depending on what's your fan base, maybe properly rated or just flat out a really, really good tight end. And, true story, I thought the Patriots should have drafted him in the first round in that draft class. They didn't. I think they drafted N'Keal Harry in that draft. I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So the way the schedule looks, and honestly, it's not that bad of a schedule. If you go with the probability chance of them winning, and I'll go through it right now. So week 1, I'm going to do everything above 50%. So Tennessee would be a win. So that's 1-0. Houston's a loss. Indianapolis, that's actually a 50% chance. So let's go with the crazy revelation that they lose that game. Anthony Richardson, not a lot of experience, only has played 4 games. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll let them win. The Rams, 58% chance to win. We'll give them that win. Carolina, 65%. We'll give them that win. Jacksonville's 51%. We'll give the Bears the win. Washington, win. Arizona, win. New England, I think that's the highest percentage they have all year. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, Tennessee, 72%. Patriots are 68%. Green Bay apparently is 52% win probability for the Chicago Bears. We'll give them a win there.
Who is doing this? So where is this coming from? Who's giving these percentages?
This is a projection.
Las Vegas? Is this coming from Vegas?
This is from, I've done this before, the Mike Clay from ESPN. He gave out these
I don't think Green Bay is going to be very good next year.
I agree with you. But no, we'll go with it, and then we'll break it down. This one, I don't know. Minnesota, that's a win, apparently. Detroit, loss. San Francisco, loss. Minnesota versus Minnesota, that's a win. Detroit, loss. Seattle, win. Green Bay, that is 45%. That's a loss. So, in totality, they have the Bears losing 6 games.
11-6.
11-6.
I don't think so.
11-6.
When was the last time the Bears won 11 games? Have they ever won 11 games
in the regular
season?
So
I'm not sure they ever have won 11 games. Maybe way back there.
They have. The last time they won, you want to do 10 games? The last time they won 10 or more games was 2018 when they went 12-4.
Oh, 12
That's when Mitch Trubisky was their quarterback.
Oh.
But in the past, let's say 10 years, they've had 10 or more wins once.
There you go.
Right. And in this century,
and this year they're going to have it with a brand new quarterbacks never played in the NFL. They're going to get 11 wins, huh?
Well,
I don't think
this
so.
schedule's not that bad.
I don't think so.
However,
I think the schedule is very hard. Look at the second half of the season.
The second half,
they're playing in a very tough division. Green Bay is going to be a very good team.
Green Bay is going to be a
Minnesota
good team.
has got offensive talent better than they
J.J.
do.
McCarthy, though.
Well, they still have better offensive talent than the Bears do.
Ooh.
They do. They have better. They Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, right? Their wide receiver core is better.
I'll give you Hawkinson, but we have to look at Aaron Jones or DeAndre
You don't think
Swift.
Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the NFL?
No, I'm agree with you. Justin Jefferson. Let's go down. So Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 1. I'll give you that one. Okay. Wide receiver 2. Who's the next best wide receiver?
Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison's better than Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze.
Keenan Allen is past his prime.
So?
DJ Moore, maybe Rome Odunze is going to be great, but he's a rookie. Nobody knows.
That's true. That is true.
I'd say Jordan Addison is equal to anybody else on their team. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll give you T.J. Hawkinson. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I obviously I'm not
running back. Who was the
Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones. Okay.
You would take Aaron Jones over DeAndre Swift.
I would for sure because here's why. The offensive line is going to be better in Minnesota. Aaron Jones is a great running back. I'm sorry. He can get you the touchdown when you need it down near the goal line. He's a money ball player. I'm amazed that the Green Bay got off of him. And look at the Lions. The Lions are going to be really good. San Francisco, they're going to knock them out. I don't know. Maybe Seattle. Maybe they could get that win. But I think Green Bay is going to the playoffs next year. I think it's one of the toughest divisions in football.
So for me, I just did my breakdown of what I think. Win over the Titans, win over... let's bring up the schedule again. So
you have 11 wins.
No. That is what Mike Clay projected.
Oh, but okay. So what do you think?
So I'm going win over the Titans, win over the Colts, win over the Panthers, win over the Commanders, win over the Patriots, win over the home game against the Vikings, and then win against Seattle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said they go 7 and 9.
Maybe.
Which honestly... 7 and 10. Excuse me, 7 and 10. I don't know if that's because right now last year they went 7 and 10 with just bad play. I think there'll be a couple upsets here because we have to see. This is very, very difficult to really predict who's going to win and lose because we haven't seen any of these rookies play. There's a lot of movement. For instance, I'll bring it up again. The Titans have a brand new running back. Tony Pollard is their starting running back instead of Derrick Henry. That could be a problem for the Titans. We don't know how the Texans will look. How will Stephon Diggs do? We expect, just because of the amount of talent, that they'll do well. The Rams defense, it needs to be entirely rebuilt. It's trying to this year. You lost Aaron Donald. The guy needed to be triple teamed on every single snap.
The Rams made the playoffs last year.
Correct, but you had Aaron Donald as your defensive tackle.
Yeah, but they have that new running back who is very good.
That is true. Yeah. No,
and they have the wide receiver core.
Yeah.
They have one of the best wide receiver cores.
Yeah, Puka Nacua as well as Cooper Kupp. Yeah, sure.
You got Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Matthew Stafford.
Jacksonville. I didn't give them the win over Jacksonville because I expect Trevor Lawrence not to be horrible. Not to be horrible at all. But if you could match as a rookie, match what Justin Fields did and at least make it look a little bit better, that's fine. That's fine. Matt Eberflus, he's coaching for his job. They kept him on.
He says he likes what he's seen.
Obviously, I hope so.
He's a talent. He's a very good talent. His game will go to where it needs to be. That's an interesting comment. Yeah.
Well, we heard earlier this week and maybe late last week, he had a problem with cadence, and that's what Eberflus said he wants to work on, his cadence.
His cadence,
a lot of false starts.
Caleb can't get the cadence right.
Apparently not, but he's working on that. He's much better. My guess would be, if I had to predict what Caleb Williams' season is looking like, we're going to see about 3,500 yards. We'll probably see 26 touchdowns to 13 picks. We'll do a 2-to-1 ratio there. 26 to 13.
26 touchdowns for a rookie quarterback.
It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's very good.
So I'd say 3,500. Let's do 3,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 13 picks. They go. I'll say there's a couple upsets here because I had them losing to Jacksonville. I don't know how they'll look. I also have them losing to Arizona. So let's say we swap those wins. So you go from 7-10 to now you go for 9-8. I think Caleb could add 2 wins to last year. I think he's a better quarterback than Justin Fields is. I'll give them 9-8. I don't think they'll make the playoffs because I completely agree with you. We should have done our NFC standings today, so we'll do it on Tuesday. But my NFC North is basically Lions and then barely beating the Packers, then the Bears at 9-8, and then I have the Vikings winning about 6 games.
Well, you have them at, they could be 9-8, but you think 7-10, and I have them at 5-12. I think they could be 6-11, maybe.
So who would be the only win you change?
I would change to Seattle, maybe.
Seattle, okay.
Yeah. And maybe they can split in their division, but I don't think so because I think the teams are too good.
It's going to be very, very hard.
If Caleb Williams maybe was a sophomore quarterback, I'd have him splitting some of the games in their division, but we just don't know how he's going to play.
It's very, very
difficult.
And
number one quarterback, number one drafted quarterbacks, sometimes they don't do it as well as you think.
Well, normally when you're drafting number one, you're the worst team. In this situation, the Panthers literally just crapped the bed for the past 2 years by trading up, giving them your first round pick for this past season, then drafting Bryce Young, not having the team to sustain a good enough situation for him. Then you gift the Bears the number 1 overall pick, and they went 7-10 as well. So they already were in an okay situation. 7-10 is not god awful. It's not good at all, but it's not like dirt poor. 7-10 is, it was nearly 500 back in the day. It would have been 7-9. You win one more game, you're 500. But you're 7-10. You had the Panthers' first round pick. They were so bad, they gifted you the first overall pick. So not only that, you're able to get a top tier wide receiver, a tier 1 rookie wide receiver, as well as the number 1 quarterback in the same draft class. I think based on just that alone and the fact you have a growing young offensive line, you got Keenan Allen, a veteran receiver who could help DJ Moore and definitely help Rome Odunze. You have Cole Kmet, who is an underrated tight end. You got one of the better running backs, which I think might not be as good because he doesn't have the offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a top 3 offensive line. It's going to be interesting to see how he works in that offense. But not only that, you have Khalil Herbert, who's not a bad running back at all. He did an okay job with them. So I'm going with 9-8. I say they barely missed the playoffs. They could sneak in as the 7 seed. But in the NFC, I think there's a lot of talent to go around. I know the AFC is superior to the AFC. Or the AFC is superior to the NFC, excuse me. But I just think it's going to be very, very difficult for the Bears to make this long playoff run. And a lot of people are flirting with the idea of them making it to the Super Bowl. We've never really seen that. No rookie has ever, I think, made and won the Super Bowl as the starting quarterback. So that I think is a little bit far-fetched, but 9-8, not bad. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.